everybody. This is Etienne Marcel Patoud, and welcome to another edition of the Fighting Peaches. We're going to be hearing from Georgia State defensive back safety Jaylen Juice Jones, the safety, as the Panthers prepare to visit nationally ranked Vanderbilt this upcoming Saturday for another contest in this season. Before we get to Jaylen Juice Jones and before we talk to him, as always, follow everything that we do. Go to the mothership, to sportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. As I mentioned, I was able to head down to Atlanta and do really an exclusive interview with Jaylen Juice Jones because there was no other media members. In respect to the legendary Dave Cohen, he was there, but obviously he is the broadcaster voice of the Panthers. But outside of him and some of the Georgia State staff members, I was the only one that non-Georgia State worker there as far as media goes with this press. So I was able to get a one-on-one with Jaylen unexpectedly. And it was good talking with him as he has had a really strong season defensively for the Panthers that are looking to continue their winning ways as they head up to Vanderbilt this upcoming Saturday. Let's hear from Jaylen. I'll have my thoughts, of course, afterwards. And go ahead and enjoy. Jaylen or Juice, coming off with a win against Murray State, what's the energy level of the team like as you get ready for the Vanderbilt contest?
Our energy is very high. We're trying to keep that track on. Um, as our coach says, we trying to begin the streak. We got to start off with one, and we starting off with the juice early in the morning, early in our meetings.
Yeah, what was the difference just from that Murray State contest compared to the first two games, just from the defensive end? What were just some of the things you guys were able to execute that made the difference?
I feel like we all met as a group, and we needed to figure out our flaws and stuff. Felt like we needed to communicate more, needed to bond more, get along with each other, know what we're all doing on the field. Know D-line, linebackers, safeties, corners, nickels, everybody.
Yeah, and you're able to not only create turnovers, you've got a safety in the contest. So what about creating those big plays? Just how big of a contribution is that? And was it good to see the defense be able to contribute, even score some points?
It was great. Not even just good. It was great. After I made that play, I was very hyped. Uh, I lost myself for a second, but I was just hyped with my teammates. I was happy to see all of us just very hyped. All of us on the sideline, the sideline, we got energy. We didn't really show that week two, so we was like, we're gonna show a whole lot of energy. Even talked about it as a whole team perspective, offense, defense, special teams. Just try to work all three phases of the ball.
Yeah, and now you face a Vanderbilt team with a dual threat quarterback. Coach has been talking about how they opened up their offense a little bit this season compared to last. Just from what you've seen from them on film and then preparing for them now, what challenges do you see be presented to you in Nashville?
It's going to be a tough competition. They're a very great team. I think they're ranked number 20. That's really good. I just seen them. They had just beat South Carolina, so they're a very high-powered team. Just trying to prepare for the week, and that's really it.
Yeah, and that was Jaylen Juice Jones speaking with us earlier this week as the Panthers do prepare to face Vanderbilt. I really appreciate him giving us that time. And yeah, obviously Vanderbilt comes in nationally ranked off a big win over South Carolina. Pavi has made a name for himself, quarterback on and off the field. But yeah, they do really present some threats. He's a dual threat quarterback. They run the ball majority of the time with Coach Leah with the Commodores. They're going to really focus on the run, but they're throwing it a little bit more this year than normal. So that's definitely something that needs to be defended as well. But for Georgia State, after the disappointing defensive efforts to open the season at Ole Miss and then home against Memphis, you saw some improvements against Murray State. So hopefully they can carry that over into this next season. Yeah, and then Jones just being a contributor with the squad, continuing to have his impact felt. But it was good talking with him, as they prepare for this upcoming contest against Vanderbilt, which hopefully, Lord willing, we will be at. If all goes well. So if hopefully we'll be there and have some on-field or in Nashville presence there. If not, we'll have some post game content as we always do, just looking at that in the Sun Belt Conference overall. But until that time, make sure you go to our website, sportsinquirer.net. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. Until next time, good fight, good night, and be safe.